I got an apartment and the deposit for the electricity was a lot, and they said, we have the option of prepaid. I said, prepaid, what's that?
And I became a prepaid member because I couldn't afford the deposit whenever I moved into my new trailer house.
I got in the bind there during the winter months, and they introduced me to this thing.
Apparently the people that lived there before us had rung up some ridiculous deposit. I think they ran their air conditioner a lot. So the initial deposit I would have to put down was a lot of money. And I was a little worried about how I paid my bill, and they explained to me that they had this thing called prepaid electric.
I mean, times are tough right now, and I think the prepaid can probably help a lot of people in that sense.
And when I got back to my house, I used to rent it out, and they run up the bill high, so the deposit was $500. And they told me about the prepaid, so I just went that way.
And moves are costly, and I didn't really have enough money for a deposit, and I was really grateful that they had this option.
I mean, we're actually seeing what we're using, and it's making us be more conscientious. Before, it was like we didn't have to worry about it because the bill came at the end of the month, and then we'd worry about it then. And now we're paying it as we go along, so it makes us more conscientious of what we're doing.
Yeah, it's nice because it's not so much of a steady bill, but we can control how much we use.
You know what you're going to be spending. You're actually in control of going and putting money on your prepaid account and knowing that, you know, I put $40 on there, I'm going to get $40 worth of service.
Because before it was just guesswork, you know. Well, it's just easier to keep up with. It's easier to control on how much you're spending at one given time. And I can actually control my usage that way because I can tell how much I'm using every day.
If I want to keep track of it, I go to the computer and I can pull it up on a computer and I can see how much usage I've used for each day.
I'm more aware of what I spend weekly or bi-weekly.
You know, when you get a bill at the end of the month, there's almost this feeling of lackadaisicalness, almost like a bill will come in eventually, whereas when it's in real time, it forces you kind of to be more aware of what you're doing.
I mean, before I didn't really, you know, I just flipped a switch and it didn't matter if it stayed on. We unplug things now, we don't leave things plugged in, you know, and I didn't really pay attention.
It kind of, you know, depends on how much you have on it, you know, on how much laundry you're going to do for the weekend, or how much you're actually going to run your air conditioner. You kind of start paying attention to a lot of that different stuff.
The fact that you can go online and see what your usage is makes you turn off the bathroom light when you walk out, or if you're not in the kitchen, turning it off, because before it was just I got a bill at the end of the month and it was, you know, you didn't really realize that today I used $7 and yesterday I only used $4. What have I done different?
The biggest benefit is no deposit, and the reconnection, if I forget, is really quick, and I don't have to put an additional amount in. I just have to put the $10 in and it gets started up again.
The biggest benefit is I can control my own costs. You know, and that's basically what you have to do when you're on a fixed income.
My biggest benefit, I'd say, was savings, because I really, instead of it being $150 a month, it's running $75 to $100 a month. So I'm saving anywhere from $50 to $75 a month just by, you know, being more aware.
But you know, most people can't afford $500, $600 deposit, and so this is a good deal. Because if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be having electricity.
You know, if somebody wanted to really control their outlay of expenses, that's the way to go.
You know what you're spending. It's not, you don't get an outrageous bill at the end of the month.
I don't see any reason for us to switch back. Like I said, it's convenient for us. We check it, we know how much we've got, and we budget it along like that.
Yeah, I won't switch back.
Well, you know, I think it's the best way to do it because it's paperless. You can always monitor it. It's quick and easy to pay your bill. You know, it's not like you get this huge bill at once. You can even it out, and I think that makes it very convenient. And I don't know why everyone doesn't do it.